is what's going down here with the oot oos. So I'm going to highlight just that track and then the drum track. And I want to talk about what I did to create this sort of effect. Let's remind ourselves of what it sounds like. So you can hear that there's kind of a musical idea down here with the ooh-oohs that fits with the drum track, with the beat that's going on up here. Let me show you how I did that. First, to get these tiny little ooh-oohs, these guys, all I did was edit one of these loops. You do that simply by clicking and holding on the bottom right-hand corner of the loop, and then you can drag it so that it is until you get the sound that you want. I just wanted the very beginning part, but you can click and drag from the end of the loop, you can click and drag from the beginning of the loop to sort of section off any little part of the loop that you want. Then once you get that little part, say this guy, once you get that, all you do is you simply you click on it, Control C to copy, and then you have as many versions of it as you want. Control V to paste. Okay. Now the cool thing is that inside of every one of these copied and pasted loop edits, the entire loop exists. So if you ever want to take it, you can extend it out so that it's the entire loop. Kind of a little magic trick that they got going on here. Okay, so that's how you create smaller portions of a loop. Now, the timing of where you place these edits is incredibly important. And Soundtrap helps you line it up with the beat in a very visual fashion. Remember, Soundtrap is a very visual platform. You can see that as you zoom in, you have a grid that all of the loops sit on. Okay, in the grid, the vertical lines denote where the beats fall. Now, if I want my oots to happen on a beat or on a certain beat, I have to make sure that the beginning of these edits are lined up with the beginning of the lines that I want. Okay, the farther I zoom in, the more line options I get. So what I did is I just made sure that as I was dragging them, I was very careful about where I placed every one of my edits. And I would go in and I would drag the first edit here and I would listen to what it sounds like, and then I would drag the second edit and the third, listen to what they sound like, and make sure that I'm following my ear and trusting what I hear have coming from my Soundtrap and what I want to hear coming from my mind, and just sort of comparing those two. A couple of pitfalls that you want to avoid is simply making an edit and placing them one right on top of each other like this. It never sounds good. It always sounds sort of messy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Never sounds good. It always sounds messy. Okay. Be careful about that. The other thing is that when you make an edit, you can also loop the edits. Do not loop your edits, because the the edits that you make are not necessarily a good size to be looped. It's hard to explain, but it's when you loop an edit like this, you're essentially creating a new tempo or a new beat for the edit. I suggest that you cut, copy, and paste the edit and then adjust those to fit with your song. Looping edits, you wind up sort of getting the edits off tempo at a very easily. Yeah, so those are two advanced techniques. Hopefully you can use them to work on your ABA composition. All right.